Hey folks, welcome back to Good Enough Customs. So we now have the red truck back in the shop. I had to push it out. I had a little side project for work I was working on here in the shop. So it pretty much took up all the space in the shop. Or a vast majority of it. So anyways, so we got the red truck in here. Jackson has been kind of working on it off and on for the last few days. After school and whatnot, and he started, basically breaking loose the tranny, try to get all the little pieces. There's a million little connections and crap you got to get. So I believe what he's gotten done so far is torque converter bolts undone, electrical connections all off. Last I know, he was working on trying to get the exhaust manifold bolts out, to drop the exhaust manifold out of the way, because apparently that was blocking up the tranny cooler lines. I think he's got the tranny cross member bolts out. So we're pretty close. It's getting the tranny cooler lines off and then taking the bell housing bolts off, and then we can slide the tranny out. One good thing is, good-ish, he did pull a chunk of metal out of the bell housing when he was breaking loose the torque converter, and it looks like it's part of the flex plate. So we might have a good tranny. Don't know yet. We'll find out soon enough, I suppose. But we might have a good enough for now tranny. So we're gonna get in here. We're gonna go ahead and jack this guy up on all, front and rear, get it way up off the ground. That way we got plenty of room to work around up underneath it. More importantly, plenty of room to get the tranny slid out from underneath it. All that fun crap. So we're gonna get this thing up in the air, and then we'll climb under there and see what all is left to get the tranny out, and then we'll hop to it. So catch up with y'all here in just a few moments. Alrighty, so we've like I said, we got the electricals all disconnected, got our wiring harness mount disconnected. Looks like maybe a speedo connection back here, or is that going on the other side? I can't tell.
Other side.
Still got bell housing bolts to get. He was working on exhaust manifold, trying to get this thing dropped out of the way. Let's see. There was exhaust manifold and tranny killer lines. That was the other thing. So I think I'm gonna move to the other side real quick and see if I can't put eyes on that and see if it's something that we actually do have to drop the exhaust for, because exhaust, it's always a pain. It's exhausting. But anyways, let me move over there. Be right back. All right, so here's what we got. There's my tranny killer lines, and here's the exhaust. It is all up in the way. So they've already got this side broke loose. Still have to get the flange here behind the cat broke loose if we're going to go that route. And I'm not 100% sure how these come out, because I am not familiar with 4L60s. So I'll have to dig around and see what we got. But we've got, we still got the bell housing bolts here on the bottom. I'm sure the ones on the top are still in there as well. So, I guess I'm gonna look up and see how to get these things out. There's an easy way to do it. If not, we'll go ahead and drop the exhaust and fight through that. I think he's got one that's stripped out and not wanting to turn loose. So I'll be back in a second. All right, quick little goggle search. Come to find out that these guys have a very similar mechanism on them. It's this little lock ring. It's right there where the tip of this thing is. You can see it kind of move right there. That little lock ring, it's very similar. Actually, it's pretty much identical to the little lock ring that they put on the GM crank windows, or the window cranks. Just a little horseshoe thing. And all it does is just, as it clips in, it kind of bends out on one side, and as it clips in, it just kind of grabs and it locks stuff in. So It looks like may not have to pull the exhaust, thankfully, because that's just always so much fun. Still may have to. I don't know. We'll find out for sure. But yeah, it looks like all I got to do is just hook it and pull the little clip up and get it out of its little seat, and that should allow us to pull the tranny cooler lines out. So there's not a whole lot of room for me to do all this with the camera going, so unfortunately I'm not going to be able to film it. Or maybe I can. I don't know. It probably won't be a very good angle, but we'll give her a shot. All right, there's the clip. So you can see these little ledges right in here. It clips in, it holds that line in. So that's one clip. Now I gotta fight to get the other clip. Which is probably gonna be more difficult because this line's in the way. Okay, that's one side out. Yep, that clip is somewhere. It's off, but I don't know where it went. Yeah, it's all right. We'll find it. All right, got both clips out. Was able to keep the bottom one. I found it. I pulled it off and had it in my hand. The other one, I flicked it off somewhere. So it's in here somewhere. We'll find it. So there's only one more electrical connection to go, and that is this big honking fella back here. You can see the only one that's still connected to the tranny. And I'm not sure how that one gets disconnected, as I'm feeling around and I can't quite feel a pinch point or a clip for it. So may have to get the old phone out and stick it in there and look at it on camera. So got to pull that, and I think after that it's starting to pull bell housing bolts, and we should be ready to go. So check back in here in just a moment. All right, not a whole lot of room to operate back in there. Heat shield really causes some problems, but this is the connector I was having a problem with. I guess that's the main connector. So all you do is you just squeeze on the sides, and it lets that little hook right there loose. But the problem is you're under there, and you're having to do it like this, and there's no real way to get a finger wrapped or anything wrapped around the thing so you can squeeze and pull at the same time. Finally got it, but that was a little bit of a chore. No big deal. So I guess now we're going to start pulling bell housing bolts and get this thing ready to pop on out of here. I haven't pulled the cooler lines out of the transmission just yet, mainly because if they're leaking, I don't have to deal with puddles under here, if they start dripping or whatever. So we're going to leave them kind of just patched in where they are. And when we get ready to drop the transmission, then we'll just pop them out real fast. But yeah, I'd say this tranny's burned a little bit of clutch material up. It is really dark. So we may go ahead and just pull the pan, change out the filter, and put fresh fluid in it. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. We'll see. But anyways, so on to pulling bell housing bolts. Yay! we are currently working on getting all the bell housing bolts out. I've got Jackson got all the easy to reach ones, and I'm struggling to get the other ones. And I got the driver's side. We've only got one bolt in over here on the driver's side. I think it's where I'm pointing. Yep. One bolt in over here on the driver's side. It's kind of in the midway point, somewhere over in this area. That's just there to keep the tranny from, separating and coming on out and, crushing my face. Not a good time there. So, I've got it broke loose, but I have not taken it all the way out. So it's about 2 or 3 threads loose. The passenger side, it's tight. You've got, there's a bunch of heat shielding, and you've also got the electrical coming down for the starter connection. And then you've also got the trans tube, the dipstick fill tube, and you got all that crap in the way. So it's really being a bear. There's a lot of swearing going on. So so I haven't been recording on it, mainly because, it is frustrating. I was trying to basically say, screw it. I guess this exhaust is going to have to come out. But all the nuts are starting to strip. There's one nut left on the one exhaust flange here on the driver's side. Passenger side's loose, but then back over here, over there, for the behind the catalytic converter going to the muffler connection, both of those nuts are just, one is a size that doesn't make sense because there's no size I have that fits it. Everything's either too loose or won't even go on. I tried doing the old get one that's pretty close but a touch small socket, slap it on there and hammer that sucker on, and I did. It was a good tight fit, and it just started rounding. So those nuts are essentially useless now. So we're not dropping the exhaust off. If we have to drop the exhaust off, what I'll probably end up doing, which I don't want to do, is cut this flange out. I've got scrap pieces of exhaust pipe laying around here. Worst case, I can take and just, weld a new piece in and it'll be all right. But that's worst case. I'm trying not to cut the exhaust or even pull it off if I don't have to. That's just, one less thing to deal with. So let's see. I've got, I think, 2 bolts left over on the passenger side. The one right there in the middle, which I think I've got it. No, I haven't broke it loose yet. I got the heat shield off. So I got the bolt above that, which is, I guess if you're looking at the back of the motor, it would be in the 1 o'clock-ish position, maybe 2 o'clock position. I got that guy to get, and I don't know if my my freaking mitts are going to fit from the top side down, and I'm pretty sure there's not enough room on the bottom side going up. So we're going to figure that out and then jump back in it. So I'll catch up in a bit. Alrighty, so I think we've got all of them but one. There's one bolt on the driver's side. On the passenger side, I got one that just needs to get broke loose. So got to get to that guy, wherever it is. Get that broke loose, and we should be about ready to pull. I'm really hoping there's not one I'm missing on the top of the tranny. Probably is, but we'll fight that battle when we come to it. So I guess, let's see, where are we at here? If I can get a good angle. Okay. Now, we got all sorts of articulation going on here. Either I rounded it off or I broke it loose. Honestly, I don't know which one. Broke it loose. So all the bell housing bolts are out. I think I'm gonna go back up top. I'm gonna check at the very top passenger side of the block and make sure there isn't one that we're missing. But I believe we're about ready to yank this sucker out. So I'll be back in a second. Believe we got all the bolts out. The best I can find is there's 8, and I've got 8 in a bag. So I think we are in good shape there. So now we're gonna go ahead and get this guy supported. All right, that's so we're just gonna pick a spot, give her a little pry, watch for falling pieces of flex plate. Now the rear is still held up by the rear cross member, so we're good there. On my side? Well, I'm just trying to make sure we don't have a bolt that we don't know about. I'm not seeing any daylight at the top yet. Stop. There's bolts up there. Yeah, there's a bolt right in dead center of the top. I'm not getting any separation up there. I should. And whenever you pry it on it again, give it one little easy pry, don't crank. Yeah, as you're prying, I can see the motor coming down. So, yippee. Yeah, we got one more bolt to figure out where in the heck it's at and get it off of there. So, we'll be back. All right, we found it. Passenger side, top, missed that guy. And I think I put together almost 3 feet, maybe 4 feet of extensions to get the darn thing to reach it. But it reached.
She's off.
We got separation at the top. Oh, yeah. We're living the dream right here. All right, so now I need to jack this up. Yeah, they're out. All right, so now you get to be in charge of lowering. Jeez, man, it broke the shit out of that thing. Holy cow. Okay,
slowly.
We got to come back with it.
I'm gonna drop it a little bit.
Yeah, just a little. Go on with it a little more. Right there. All right, now we gotta go back. Oh, something's holding us up. Are we sitting on this? Oh, we're sitting on the exhaust. We gotta come up a little bit now. A little more. Right there. All right, go back with it.
Oh, that does not sound good.
Yeah, that's all right. Nothing important. Okay, yeah. Come down with it a little bit. Come on. That's fine. Come on. All right. Now we're gonna go back with it.
Oh, it doesn't.
We'll just get it over this exhaust. We'll be all right.
All right, you want me to while you push?
Yeah, go ahead and lower down. That's good. Stop right there. Okay. Hang on, let me move this lamp so I don't break it with my head.
Do you want me to raise it up a little bit?
No.
Let me know when to lower. Lower.
Jeez. We got all these parts of the flex. I'm afraid this one's gonna fall out and smack us in the face. Yeah. I'd say that broke a little bit.
Woo.
Good Lord have mercy.
I'm keeping that.
Yeah, that's a wall hanger right there. Okay. Oh, I see what the problem is. Sit down. Lift it up. Okay. Right there. I forgot about the dipstick tube. That's got to come out. I'll probably have to go up top to get that.
Yeah, I'll stay down here. Holding. Oh, easy. It's walking. All right.
You holding?
Yep.
All right. Wow, I want this thing to come loose.
Ready.
Take a break. Dirt.
All right.
You ready?
Ready.
There we go.
There we go.
You dirty bastard. Okie dokie. Now, we've definitely got
Progress.
a little more room to maneuver in here. Okie dokie.
All right. I am ready to control.
Just double check, make sure. All right, lift her back up a little bit. All right.
Oh, God.
All right, push it back. Yeah, we might need to come up a little bit more. I don't know. Hang on.
Yeah,
No, push it back. Okay. Now.
now when I come down,
Yep.
nice and slow.
Hold up, hold up, hold up. Okay. Just keep an eye out for loose wires like these. Make sure nothing's pulling with.
Yeah. All right, ready?
Yep. Okay. I got any wires hanging up there?
Up. I just needed to be moved out of the way. Coming down slowly. Oh. One. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, that's definitely a problem.
Okay. What's it got? Just a bolt holding it on, or is it just on a clip?
It's clipped, I think. Zip tied.
All right, go get a pair of dikes.
Trying to get to where I can cut it is the fun part. Got it.
Okay, come on down with it. Well, training's out. So that's half the battle. Now it's, I guess this transmission jack's just a little too tall to fit the transmission out with it on there. So I think what we're going to do is we'll probably slide this thing off the tranny jack somehow onto a dolly. I got a dolly. It's a good bit lower. Should let her slide on out. Or we can just drop it straight down on the pan and just drag it out. Don't know exactly what we're going to do, but tranny's out. Flex plate is definitely shattered. So next fun thing will be getting the bolts out of the crank. And we'll probably have to get new bolts because those might be all right. But yeah, we'll just have to get in here and do some stuff. I'm not sure what we're going to do with the tranny just yet. We may try and reuse it, but listening to that, it sounds. I'm gonna pull this torque converter off, and that'll tell us, you know, if it's been sitting too far back and it's just chewed itself up, chewed up the input area. So I don't know. We'll figure this out here in just a little bit. But for now, yeah, I guess now we're just gonna try and figure out how to get this stupid thing out from underneath the truck. I don't know if that's gonna have us any better.
No, it's gonna hinder us.
Well, I think that'll get us. I think that'll get it.
Yeah. Because, I mean, also we have that little area for the pan.
Yeah. So,
yeah,
all right, put your foot on the rear wheel of this, Jack. Kill that spider right there. And then just don't grab it at the bottom.
Here, hold on, honey.
Trying to roll this out. And then we're just gonna pull this.
Oh, I got grip for nothing.
Ow. Sorry. That's all right.
Dude.
Watch your fingers. Okay. Here, I'm gonna pick this up.
All right.
You slide this up under.
All right.
Maybe.
No.
Well, I haven't. All right.
There.
That'll work. Okay.
Oh.
That's fine. I think it's gonna have to go out your side.
Yeah.
Because this exhaust is in the way, so it's gonna have to go out right there. So go ahead and slide out of the way and get the
Let me get the jack out.
get that cardboard out of the way.
There we go.
Alrighty. Holy crap. Pulling that tranny out of that 4Runner was a hell of a lot easier than this. Good Lord. Anyways, probably wouldn't have been so bad had we been able to get that exhaust out. I don't want to cut the exhaust if I don't have to, mainly because I don't want to have to deal with welding up underneath the truck. But yeah, it's a pain. But tranny's out, and whew, boy, that flex plate is bad. So you can see a little bit better light now since we're not underneath the truck. You can see how bad that thing it just shredded. Ripped itself to pieces. So, I don't know if one of the big concerns I have right now is on the tranny. Because, you know, you're supposed to have a little bit of in play with that torque converter, so that way it's not sitting too far in and rubbing itself to death, which I think it was because it's really grinding sounding back there. And you don't want walking out too far because you don't want to engage the pump and then you smoke your tranny. So the thing that I'm curious about is that tranny smoked? I mean, I went ahead and I bought a new filter, pan gasket, and a new rear seal just to, in case the trans was okay, or good enough. You know, I pulled all those just in case. Picked them up at the hardware store. Don't know if I want to use them or not. Like I said, the the fluid that we got out of the back of this thing, it is black as night. And you know, now seeing the torque converter all scrubbed up real bad, I'm fixing to pull that torque converter. Actually, let's do that real quick. Why do those have to be so heavy? Where's my light? So, I mean, this thing ain't chewed up real bad. It doesn't look terrible. And you can see where it may have been rubbing a little bit there, but I'm not seeing any rub marks in here. So, I don't know. Getting tired. I've been out here all day working on other projects, and then now this. And all this wallering on the ground is taking its toll. I am not as young and spry as I once was. Anyhow, so I don't know what we're going to do just yet. We already picked up another flex plate, 40 bucks. So we've got a new flex plate for it. We'll have to get the bolts out of the crank. That shouldn't be too terribly bad. And once we get the bolts out, we'll take a look at them and see if we need to replace them. But I think I'm gonna call that a night. It has been a long freaking day, and you know, like I said, I was working on other projects this morning. I didn't really get started on this till this afternoon. I don't even know what time it is. 7:30ish. Yeah, 7:30. So yeah, been a long day. I might do a little bit of hunting, call up some friends, see what they think about this trans. I think I'm probably going to pick up a different trans for it, and do that. I think. So if we do that, you know, we still needed another flex plate, so we've got that. But yeah, we may do that. I don't know. I'm gonna hem and haw on it. Probably, like I said, call some folks and see what they think, and probably get back out here in the morning, maybe, and do a little bit more work. Maybe, I don't know. It might be calling a fella and saying, "Hey, I need to buy your transmission." So, so I'll follow back up in the morning, and I gotta go get me some dinner. All I've had is a couple bowls of cereal this morning, and I am very hungry right now. So, so I think we'll call that a night, and go get cleaned up and grab some food, and get back out here in the morning, and I guess I'll update y'all guys then on what I find out. So I guess till the morrow. We'll see y'all in the morning. All right, good morning. Almost afternoon. I hadn't kept up with my laundry, so I had to wait for some clean shop clothes to get done. So here I am out here, once again, Sunday, short on time. So really quick, what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to go ahead and get the remainder of the flex plate off. Go ahead and crank those loose off the back of the crankshaft. Get that all broke loose. Get that little piece off and see if the bolts are really trashed. The heads are a little beat up, but it should be all right. So get those done. Talked to my buddy Philip. Philip knows a lot more mechanic wise than I do, so was talking to him about the trans, and he suggested dropping the pan and seeing what's in there. Chunky stuff, bad. You know, your typical clutch material, that's okay. So so I might, depending on time, try and get this guy picked up and put maybe I'll put it on an engine stand. I think I got another one sitting over there. Yep. Might stick this guy on an engine stand and just kind of hang it. That way I can get the pan off and everything's good to go there. Pull the pan, see what all's in the pan, and then go from there on whether or not we're going to reuse this trans or just put another one in it. Like I said, there's a few on Facebook Marketplace that are fairly close for $300 or $400. So if I ain't got to spend it, I don't want to, but if I have to, we will. But anyways, so I'm gonna try to do that here in just a few, but first we're gonna get this flex plate, remainder of the flex plate off the crankshaft. So I'll catch back up with you under the truck. All right, so you can see what's remaining of that flex plate, just all on that crank. So let's see if we can't get her to bust off of there. Let's see if this, yeah, I was afraid that might be the case. So can't use an impact socket on it. Can't use the impact socket because it's just going to be a little too tight on the back edge of the crank there. So let's use a regular socket and hope for the best. And best I can tell, this is a 9/16 bolt head. So here we go. Maybe. This one's got a little piece of metal jammed up against the bolt. There we go. Let's see if we can't fit on there. Yep, there we go. There's always one. Man. Okay, that's exactly what I don't need to happen, is stripping a damn bolt out. Let's see if we can figure something out here. That is not good. Well, that's awesome. There's always one, and this guy's rounding off, so that's just all sorts of fun right there. We're gonna grab a couple more sockets. Let's see if I can't make something work. Now, let's see. Yeah, you won't even fit on there. Oh, no wonder my freaking sockets broke. Well, device of my own doing here. So, let's see. You can see. So this is causing my problems. Let's see if y'all guys can see it. Where is that at? Right there. You can see there's that little crack, which is causing me to strip out this last bolt. I thought I saw a crack in it whenever it was getting ready to turn just a second ago. And damn it. So let me go see if I've got another one in the toolbox. Now let's see. That way you sit there and bite and actually turn this guy out. And the damage is done. Son of a biscuit. I don't have any extractor sockets to be able to pull that you know, set on there and pull that out. And I'm sure that's a hardened bolt, so it ain't gonna take one of these sockets getting hammered on it. Well, I don't know what I'm gonna do just yet. I guess I'm gonna do a little hemming and hawing and try to figure this out. So I'll catch you back up here with y'all in just a few. All right. All right. Well, you know what they say. One broken or stripped bolt away from a bad day. So, yeah, I broke the 9/16. It was a 9/16 6-point deep well, 1/2-inch drive socket. Went to Ace Hardware, Craftsman dealer, got my replacement for free. I did not realize how expensive tools have gotten. It's been a minute since I've had to like actually buy, you know, sockets and all that stuff. I didn't have to buy it, but traded my old one in for it. Yeah, it's $12 for one socket. Holy crap. So hopefully that won't happen again. While I was out, I said, you know what? Time for a bolt extractor. So the only place around here that had one was the O'Reilly's. So I stopped in there, picked one up. Unfortunately, it's only 3/8 drive, which really sucks. But shh, don't tell nobody. I got a 3/8 to 1/2-inch drive extension. So we're gonna put this thing on this 1/2-inch because it's got a longer handle and I should be able to reach a little bit easier. Now, there we go. Let's see if we can't break her loose without turning the motor over. Nope, turn the motor. Dang it. All right, why don't we do this? Let's put that bolt in there. And let's see if we can't get this bolt to go, or at least start. Oh, there it goes. Son of a gun. Well, there she is, the remainder of the flex plate, and then little bolt extractor. That works extremely well. You know, I have to say, I've never bought bolt extractors, so that's the first time I've ever used one. Usually I just take the next size down, 12-point, and just beat the hell out of it till it gets on there, and then just, you know, pull it on off that way. A lot of times that works, but I was trying that here and it was not happening. So yeah, a little bolt extractor is not too bad. Now the problem is getting the bolt out of it. I think she's locked in there pretty good, but I'll just run over to the vise, I guess, and smack a screwdriver on the backside and try to pop that guy out. So anyways, I'll catch up with y'all, you know, when I'm back upright. Oh, that's better. So, yeah, got the bolt out. You can see how boogered up the threads on that guy got. I mean, it just... So, lesson learned. If you think you see a crack in your socket, double check it. Becomes a pain in the butt if you don't. So, anyhow, the little extractor kit I picked up, it's a little O'Reilly's deal. What was it? I think it was like $38, something like that. But yeah, it's got these different sizes in it. Not bad. What is this? Power Torque bolt extractors, a little 5-piece set. So yeah, it was like $38. Unfortunately, it's 3/8 drive, but like I said, I got the little adapter, 1/2-inch 3/8 drive adapter. So that worked. That worked surprisingly well. I was really terrified that I was going to have a full day of nothing but trying to get this this little bolt out. And basically, to get it back off, I just put the thing in a vise and just clamped down on the threads. It's trash bolt anyways, and set the ratchet to tighten, and it popped right off. So anyways, looks like we're gonna get us some new torque converter or flex plate bolts. So I'll have to figure out who's got those and where to get them, and we'll go from there and get the new flex plate put on. Which let's see, what do we got? Loud. Still loud. And let's see, that should go something like that. So yeah, she shredded pretty bad. I mean, good God. And then here's the new one. So yeah, that sucks. Also noticing on the old one, I don't know if those are supposed to be slotted, but it looks like they may have been dancing around a little bit on the torque converter. So so there's that. But now we know for sure flex plate definitely failed big time. So let's see, what next? Unfortunately today I don't have time to dig into this transmission. I've got to get to editing and other household duties. So so I'm gonna wrap that up for today. I'm actually off work for the next 5 days. I'm off this week, so I plan on really putting it to it on this truck and trying to get her up and running and get it out on the road. So Jackson goes to take his road test tomorrow, so then he'll need something to drive, because frankly the thought of him driving one of my vehicles terrifies me. He'll be out doing donuts and Steve, or running over mailboxes and Big John, and I really don't want him to mess up my daily, because it's really nice. It's got air conditioning and it's really comfortable. So so yeah, so now it's like, okay, crunch time, let's get this truck on the road. So that's probably what I'm gonna spend most of the week on, is trying to get this truck done to where it's on the road. Hopefully we if we can reuse this trans, we can slap it all back together, get it to fire up, figure out, you know, what are the little bugs it's got to keep it, you know, keeping it from wanting to run. So we can deal with that and maybe get this guy on the road. If we got time this week, we might even go ahead and do the lowering kit on it, and check on the brakes and do all that stuff, you know, before turning him loose. So I'm gonna be like, all right, good luck. But at least check it out and make sure it's in good enough shape for him to drive to and from school and football practice and all that other fun stuff. So anyhow, that's gonna wrap it up for this week. Like I said, the rest of this week I'm going to try and just plug away on this thing, get this truck knocked out. Hopefully I can get this truck done enough to where it's streetable, and I don't mind him getting out and running with it. Then that way, get back to the Blazer. It's doing a good job of being a shelf, you know, flat surfaces in a shop always become a shelf. But yeah, I still got to get back on this guy. I just, you know, whenever we got this thing, I just, you know, all focus went towards it, and of course, you know, life getting in the way and all that. So we're still at the same spot here. Got to finish that little patch. This guy, I never did put any paint on it. It's getting a little surface rust on it. Whatever, that's okay. The Pour 15 stuff I got should take care of that just fine. So so then once I get that piece done, then it's cleaning up the edges and getting all that stuff cleared up, cleaned up, ready to go. And then I just got to get the ribs, the supports off the old bed floor, which is sitting out back. Get those pieces and parts off of there, get them put on the new one, get the new one all put together, and then slap it in. So hopefully in the next week or two, we can get back over here on the Blazer and get this thing going. So that way I can focus on the roof rust. And then we're done with rust for now. Different story altogether with that guy, but that's down the road. So anyhow, yeah, hopefully next week or two, get back on the Blazer, get this thing going, get the, try to get all the rust stuff finished. Then I can focus on mechanics of it, make sure everything's good there. It puked out all of its tranny fluid not too long ago, so I got to figure out that. I think I saw a split in the pan gasket, so that may be all that is. Just, needs a new tranny pan gasket, which I was going to pull anyways and put a new filter on it and do all that. So yeah, hopefully soon back on the Blazer. But for now, we got the wonderful red truck that who knows what other surprises it holds. So we'll get back on this guy. Like I said, I'm off this week, so I plan on hot and heavy hitting it on this red truck, try to get it on the road. Yeah, otherwise we'll just see you guys next week. Probably more content on the red truck, and then like I said, soon we'll get back on this guy. So till then, y'all guys take it easy. I do appreciate everybody that's watching. It's fantastic. We're almost to 900 subscribers, which is awesome. So if you made it this far in the video and you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you liked it, hit the like button. As always, drop comments. I try to get to every single one as quickly as I possibly can. I do enjoy reading the comments and meeting folks. I've met 2 viewers. Yeah, I've met 2 viewers at different events. So hey guys. So and the last one I met was at C10 Nationals. Met a fella. Sorry, I don't remember your name. But he had a really nice, I don't remember the year of it, 67 to 72, little short bed. God, it was beautiful. It was a gorgeous truck, and all original. It was a beautiful truck. Can't get over how pretty that thing was. Anyways, so yeah, keep dropping comments and tune in next week. And until then, just remember, it ain't got to be perfect, just good enough. And Lord knows this truck's going to be just good enough. So y'all take it easy. We'll see you next week.